Oh well. Just trying to show you this back here. All right, howdy, folks. Welcome back. I told you I'd be back. All right, let's get to our solar report. We got a lot to report on tonight, so let's just get into it here. Sorry about the intro there, the brightness on my screen. Sometimes it doesn't look like it's catching it. I'm a stickler for focus so you guys can see, and I have the rinky dink setup, so thanks for bearing with me. All right. Thank you also for taking some of your time to come here and be with our precious little family. Okay, so just to get you started here, if I can have my mouse, please, Lord. Here we go. February 16th, 2024. And what a day it's been. And just look at all this craziness going on the sun. Boom, boom, boom. This one, we're missing some data, but look at how it stretches out. Oh boy, is there weird activity going in there that we're going to cover tonight. So grab your popcorn, your soda, crack open a beer, ladies, pour a glass of wine, whatever it is you're going to do. Kick back and get ready, because here we go. All right. Sorry, I'm kind of late tonight. It's been a long battle. But we're getting there. Okay, let's get to the opening frame here. Okay, right here, opening frame 024. Let me get a nice tint. I think I'm in too close, and there's all these little details because I really need you guys to have the best optics that we can get out of this. All right, in frame, everything. All right, lights, camera. All right, action. Already underway. You see this event right here. You see the black little round spheroid right there. Do I really need to zoom in on it so you guys can see it? It's pretty blatantly obvious. You can see the coma type shaped tail coming off of the plasma coming off of it or going around it as it moves out. Okay, also sparking the instrument right here. As we proceed, boom. There's that blast right there. You can see another something going on here in the middle. See it over here on this side right in there. A little dark core with some plasma around it. That's better. Yeah, try and keep my hand out of there as much as possible. But right here, little central core area. All right. Now as we proceed here, this is the fast-moving X-flare that is just out of there pretty quick. There's a ghost image of it. Then we have this flare coming off the top up here. Can you see a little object in there over here? This, you guys need to come over here and check this one out because this is looking kind of pyramid type shape. But anyways, looks like we have something back here too, this round curvature there. So see the dark area? We got plasma reaching out. It's really hard to describe what's going on here. Maybe we got this little zigzag of plasma going in between them. Who knows? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Maybe there it's a little darker. You can see it. There it's more centralized. Anyways, we have that event right there, okay? And what I need to do from here is I gotta have the camera pointed up that way. All right, so what I'm gonna try to do is without having to pull down to the instrument, I need to go back and forth here. All right, sorry, it's shifting. But no, 324, and then it skips to 417. So we're missing a few frames of data right there. There's a jump in the data right there. This proceeds to go out looking triangle shape, but maybe that's just the way the light's bending and everything, because over here, there doesn't appear to be anything like that shape. Anyways, as we proceed right here, still kind of looking, I don't know, I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but that event moves out. Then we have this event down here, all right? What you're looking at here is this is a glitch frame right here that is about 5 deeper than 524, all right? So that's not actually the image on 524 because when we go to the next frame, it's of this event at 924, and it's further back. That frame that we saw, the event was more at the end here. Okay, so a little glitch, but we pick up here at 924. You see this hot plasma, these streaks coming off like lightning almost? As we proceed through here, you can tell our dark object is right inside here. It's grabbed plasma. These are plasma tails, streaks coming back off of it. And then behind it, okay, over on this side, you see this plasma tail coming off right here. All right, you see how it bends and curves down here. Over on this side, it's doing the same thing. Then another object is coming out right here. Its magnetic field is out in front of it. Its little bow shock. This tail starts reacting to the next object coming out. Watch this. See, there's finally the object. See how this is curving around its magnetic field? See, it caused that weird little curvature. It's still on fire over there, and it lasts for a while. Even when the thing's out of the out of frame, it still lasts for a while. And then when I put this back into motion, you guys are going to see the coolest stuff. All right, let me speed it up just a tad bit faster here. I think it's right. No, a little slower. So this event, it comes out. See the second one? The second one starts to eat up the tail of the first one. And that tail is reacting to that second one coming through. All right, let me slow it down just a tad. I guess it was good right where it was. All right, there we go. So clearly indicating two objects, the first one and then the second one puncturing the coma or the tail of this first one, gobbling it up. A cannibal type event there. And you can see that tail bowing out and reacting to the magnetic field of the next one coming in. It's almost as if those two were pretty close to each other and the second one got hung up. And it stretched out all that plasma until it released from the sun and then whew, kind of caught up to it. See that? Okay, good. I'm glad you guys see that. And then again, come over here to this instrument and check it out yourself, okay? Don't just take it from me, but look over here. You can see all the fire coming off. It's really a spectacular looking event there. Let's give it a tick faster here. Over here on the red, you can see how it invades the tail. The second one invades the tail and makes it kind of pop back open there. But quite some amazing events going on, crazy type events going on, and lots of plasma. So we got a crazy sun right now. All right, now let's come on over to the solar ham and start cooking some bacon. All right, you can see here, I'll go ahead and zoom in on this too because please, Lord, can we zoom in on it? Thank you. Everything in prayer and supplication. Okay, here we go. We had our X-Flare, our sudden event today, earlier. That's right last night, right when I went live. So that's already kind of old news. But starting off, here's today. We had this impulsive X-Flare. That was that really quick mover out the bottom there. Came off the backside. We don't have to worry about it. We had a couple other little impulses here. And then this is that long kind of weird duration M-Flare. All right. And as we back on out, please, Lord. It was an M3.0 out of region 3576, the one we've been kind of talking about being the next one to possibly active, okay? So, sure enough, it fired off the M3.0, all right? It's off the side of the sun. It's not, it's on the limb. It's in that kind of that magnetic zone there we were talking about last night. All right, let me pull back just a tad bit more so we can see the whole page, Brian. There we go. All right, our solar indices are a little increased right now, but for the next couple of days, not too bad. Our geomagnetic storms are still kind of in the clear until any kind of inbound energy, maybe from this one. We'll see. We'll see. It doesn't seem to be much right now, but anyways, we had the X2.5 earlier today and the 3. Okay. Your X-Flare potential is still 15%. I would kind of push that up a little bit, especially with the quick impulsive one like that just came out of nowhere. Anyways, anything else, Lord? Okay. Here's our 3576. It's rotating out of view, but it's beta gamma still, and it's acting up again. All right. Multiple coronal mass ejections are visible in the latest coronagraph. For the third day in a row, an energetic eruption was observed off the far side of the sun. This impulsive 2.5x or x 2.5 solar flare around AR 3576 this morning resulted in a beautiful eruption of plasma. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Here we go. The fourth strongest solar flare in the current cycle was just detected around 3576. A type 2 radio emission blackout, estimated velocity 2674 kilometers per second. Although the bulk of the plasma should be aimed away from our planet, an Earth-directed component might be possible. Okay, it's in that quadrant of the sun. The last couple times when we've had, just recently, we've had this activity right at this juncture, right when it's about to approach the limb here, and we get a glancing blow that doesn't result in much. Okay, so that's kind of good. Here's a little. Here, I got a better one for you than that. First, let's back up. Our KP index, real quiet right now. That's what we're getting hit with, right? So we're down at like 1 here, and it reflects in the auroras. You can see the auroras are pretty calm and mellow right now. There we go. Anyways, pretty calm, very dim. All right, that's good. KP's down. I want to see what kind of track and they've been tracking. All right, this latest seeming they're showing coming off the side here. Please, Lord, can we have that one? I will let you do it in your time. There we go. So, totally erupting off the side, pushing 90 degrees away from us. There's no real side swipe here, so I don't really anticipate anything coming too much from this. All right, it maybe when it crosses our magnetic field line, which it already did. So basically it's kind of over. I don't think we're going to get any CME type energy out of it, which is good news. I love good news. That means I might be able to use the internet for another day. Right? What would you guys do if the internet and all that stuff went down? Oh my goodness, you'd lose your minds. Not my audience. I know where you guys dive right into the Bible. Be like, oh, cool, candlelight in the Bible. Anyway, they're not really showing too much here. Just this little hump here. It's not much. This is not what I wanted to see. But let's go ahead now that we're here, load it up, and let's see what we got. All right. Yeah, nice and quiet. Which is good. This they have a CME kind of going out at this direction. You see the very corner kind of clipping it there, but way north of us, the very edge, it's just a slight little bump. That's good. I'll take that all day long. I don't need beautiful pictures of the aurora. I don't need a solar blast to the face of the planet to get a pretty picture. We got some good news, nice and quiet right now. Good. Something I did want to show you though. Can we get over here? Yes. Here's the D region map, and here's the little movie setup. And let me just kind of take you through the very tail end of our proton event right here. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and play this. It might flash a little bit on, or maybe I'll just, or can we drag it? Can we play it? Can we do one or the other, please? Here we go. All right, so a little bit of flashing, flickering as the proton event ends, and then there was your blast. So we had some flickering, the proton events decaying, and there is your M flare that hit us today. a little bit of energy that we absorbed, but thankfully not a lot and not long duration. Notice how it makes whatever little ionization is still going on here flare up a little bit more too. See, it was almost gone. It flares up with the flare, flickers a few more times. And towards the end here, it's decreasing. If we go back to this instrument right here, please, Lord, can we just go back to their D region map? I just want to give them a comparison, Lord, and we'll move on, please. In the name of love. See here, this D region absorption map, how the event's kind of over. We click on this one here. That last little movie one wasn't updated, but if we look here, well, now they're showing yellow again. A little bit of yellow, a little bit of blue, but that last little image that you saw in the smaller pop-up, it's kind of dying off and almost over, which is good. But then when this current, when the current, not as in the present, but the electric current stops and subsides, that's when we'll probably see a release of earthquake activity. I think. Don't quote me on that, all right? I pray I'm wrong too. But when this magnetic grip kind of proton event finally stops charging the core will react. It'll burp from down below, and then we'll get something come up. Pressure will come up once this is over. All right. We are D region now. I need to get over here. Thank you guys for enduring all this. Hopefully you find it informative until we get to the end here. All right. CME to strike Venus. A CME launched into space by yesterday's X-Flare won't strike Earth. However, it will hit Venus according to the model. All right. We saw that model already. The strike on Venus will probably erode a small amount of Venus's upper atmosphere. Whew, good thing it didn't hit ours. CMEs do not erode Earth's atmosphere because, unlike Venus, our planet is protected by global magnetic field. Global magnetic field. CME impacts an X-flare from the danger zone. Remember we were talking about that last night? Here's the article on it now. Sunspot AR-3576 erupted on the 16th, producing brief but intense 2.5. You were here live for that last night. It spit out this huge, long, beautiful tail flare type thing, and then I showed you on the other instrument how it stretched out. Another object came through and dove through its tail. As these images show, AR-3576 is near the sun's western limb, no longer facing Earth. You might think that means that our planet is safely out of the line of fire. In fact, the opposite is true. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We already know about the curl effect, all right? The phenomenon explained in the thing below, all right? The magnetic connection between Earth and 3576 allowed this pulse to reach us despite the fact that the sunspot is not facing our planet. Notably, the wave of particles was relatively rich in hard protons. Oh, great. I thought we dodged that. Another X-flare from 3576 this weekend could add to the particle count and trigger a full-fledged radiation storm. Oh, great. Possible effects include high-latitude radio blackouts. Yeah, all that great stuff. The danger of sunspots that don't face Earth, big sunspots, is about to disappear over the sun's western limb. This makes it uniquely dangerous. Yeah, well, but there's this big reaching arm coming out of it. Magnetically connected to Earth. Sun's magnetic field spirals like a lawn sprinkler. You all saw that on the spiral. We all know that here. Okay, the rest of this is pretty much all stuff that we know. let's move on because we got the Schumann. All right. There we go. I guess we'll, well, maybe we'll just kind of leave it there. There's not much really to zoom in on. As you can see, our line right here, this is your 7.83 right there. That's what's most important. We maintain that. Little gap right there. We had weakness in the field. Comes back to life. A little bit of grinding. Kind of weakens. A little pulse, a little grind, a little weak. Split and sputter and try to keep going. Now we're in another grinding event. We have, you see this line starting right here? I believe that's where we have the underside of the crust, where lava is grinding on the underside of the crust because it flows like a river underground with the crust stable above it. And that would, cause a higher frequency. This seems to be a barrier. Everything below this frequency right here, these are low frequencies, okay? Ultra low. We're talking 0 to 1, 2, okay? So your ELF, your low frequencies. Anyways, this is emitted by the magnetic field, emitted by the core rotating in the shell. Coming back to life here. We are grinding right now. See this white line right here at 7.83. See how it turns from from green, dims out, gets green, gets back to life, and then we have a small little tight line right there, and then it starts grinding right here at the actual frequency. And now that I've pointed that out, let's waste some more time and try doing it where you can see it. This little line right there. Here's your 7.83 coming across. And then right here it starts to grind. So if your ears are ringing right now, it's because you got intense 7.83, intense 13.2 or whatever this band right here is going to be. But that relief of that magnetic grip, right? Now we're starting to see the pressure from down below come up, and lava is grinding on the underside of the crust, and down below pressure is built up now too. Starting to grind down there. Alrighty then. Whoa. A little too close. So, everybody hold your breath or take a deep breath all the way through your nose. Hold it for 5 seconds and then slowly exhale. Do it again. Sometimes if you moan or just kind of sigh. All right, there we go. More like I needed to do that really before this report. Unfortunately, what's going on? Our sub-vortex has taken over. And is this so bright that it's blinding my camera like that? All right. Our sub-vortex is so well organized, so tight and compact. It is just like taking over, and it has turned the other vortex into the conveyor belt. This used to be the conveyor belt, okay? We watched this transition and shift and shape over the last, week. This is our main vortex right here. It's the one that should be round and solid and organized, not this. This one is taken over. I don't want to try to alarm people. I'm not trying to fake it. In fact, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Now, moving on, we have this vortex that's really dominant, taking over. Oh, what I'm trying to show you here, we got to back out first. Get this box out of the way. Is its positioning now, all right? It has dove further down into, Southern California, Mexico border, Do you see the fringe of this vortex? Hello, McFly. Anybody in there? Anybody at NASA? Anybody at at the weather department paying attention? Or is it just me? Well, I know there's some other YouTubers out there too. So get a load of that. I'm not making this up. This is an old school instrument, okay? You see this tip right here? Look, where it buckles around and turns is actually below or right at the border right there. It's far beyond their tiny brains. You are so correct. Who? Oh, I know who said that. You're correct. Bless you, Angel Wings. We'll get you a wrench here soon. Boy. That's okay. But this is not what the cause. Just watch. This is cause and effect. All right. So we have our upper polar vortex that has now creeped down to the Mexican border. I'm going to go ahead and start dropping down. Everybody put your skydiving suit on. We're going skydiving from high altitude down to low altitude. So 3, 2, 1, jump out the door with faith. Follow me, okay? Follow me out the door. Shit's going to open, trust me. This is the layer in between our polar vortex layer and our upper jet stream. This is a transition layer, okay? And what I need you guys, it doesn't look like it right now. Look at this big old S going right through there, okay? You see this round shape. Let me go back. That is how it's causing that effect. It doesn't look like it would, but it is similar up here at the top. Okay, now down at this layer, it's causing this bulge effect. Okay, this is what I'm trying to show you. This dropping down, even though it's cutting through the bulge, down lower, it causes this effect where you see this going up, you see this ridge right here and stuff going down. That's the mid layer. Now we're going to the upper jet stream. Okay, let me go back. Upper jet, you see how they correlate. Okay, you see how they're starting to correlate together here? And that's how we get our upper jet stream. It's different than the polar vortex. It's different from that mid layer. But as you go lower down, this is the effect that we're getting. Okay, now look, we have the hot cocktail coming right at California. All right, just smashing it. All right. Where was the polar vortex? Where was the cold air reaching down to? Down to here, right? Watch out, California. The storms coming here are gonna get intense. Also, I want you to look at this V shape, like womb type shape. Okay, it dives way down here and then comes up. Hot moist air coming off the Pacific, going across Mexico and up into that region. I release the winds. Look what's happening up here. I'm going to pull back. You see how it's hooking way up here, taking cold air from that polar vortex that's all the way down to here now. All that polar vortex cold air is going to come slamming down into this hot cocktail mix. Watch out in this region, okay? Now, that's your upper. When we go to the lower jet, this is what steers your storms. You see the correlation still? It's not as dramatic. It's a little bit lower, but there's your storm alley system, okay? And that's how we got to this. Now, as we take a close look at this, you see this hot cocktail mix flow coming off the Pacific West. There's your storm door open, the Pineapple Express, your atmospheric river. Thank you, Lord. Atmospheric river. Okay. So atmospheric river coming at California again. It hits this little bump right here and splits and goes over Tahoe and around. But look how it goes up the coast. We got this big ass storm out here kicking up moisture, gonna hit California. Then it's gonna dodge, go way down here and pick up more moisture and combine it here at Florida, here in the central part, coming down, boom, slamming together. And now you see how we're getting our weather system. This is our conveyor belt. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so get ready for weather in those areas, and you'll see when we get to the forecast tonight how this is all gonna come together. All because of the shift in because of that new subvortex gaining strength, causing the other one to shift, split, go conveyor belt on us, and the other one organizing. Now we have a shift in the weather around the planet. Okay, resulting in this effect right here. Let's go down even a little bit lower. There we go. Now what I want to, whoops, we got to keep checking this because it's still there. Thank you, Lord. Still ongoing sandstorm. Okay. Not making this up. If this had subsided and died down, you wouldn't see these readings on this instrument. I don't know, we're day 20, something like that, of the sandstorm. Almost a month now, just having full-on sandblasting South America. Anybody else reporting on it? Anyways, that's currently going on still. You see the wind currents taking it right there, splitting it up. Before, excuse me, I've been eating demons. Oh, excuse me. Before, it was whipping up and coming back up towards Great Britain. But now our flow has changed, and they're in the clear, and it is mainly coming straight across right at South America, and pretty intense right in that zone right in there too. So something's wrong. Not supposed to be having sandstorms in the middle of winter. Maybe in the summer, but not in the winter. Okay, moving on. We need to get over here to the SO2. Let's pop that open and take a look at the pressure. First of all, do you see that round circle right there? Yeah. Nation divided right down the middle right there. This side is still bleeding out. We're still patchy over here. We have this odd kind of circular shape right there of pressure with nothing around it kind of. You see how everything's blowing around there? I bet if we put the wind back on, our storm is picking up the SO2 and blowing whatever's up here in Canada, these plumes, taking that down right into our SO2 storm. Okay. Here's this big one off the coast, picking it up and stuff too. So let me take the wind off again. We are here for pressure. Okay, I want to get proper coloration. No cheating. Notice how the teacher doesn't cheat on the test and try to be honest with this. Oh, we'll talk about the teacher in the classroom too. I write that down. Where's the notes, Lord? Hang on. Where'd it go? The teacher story. All right. Instead, write that down for tonight's notes before I forget. I got a brain full of universe. It is hard to consolidate it all. All right, let's move on. Everything over here kind of looks good. Our pressure is still about, let's go take a look at China. Hawaii's looking okay. About even. About what it was last night, I would say. 6.5, maybe 6 on that little scale that we invented or whatever. Doesn't look too dark. Let's go see Java. And what I need to do also is there we go. Get even brightness right there. It's kind of filling in. That could be from emissions from the volcanoes that are going off. Semeru had a big blast. So still a lot of emissions coming out of here, which means pressure translates to pressure underneath pushing that gas out. Okay. So the island used to be really kind of faint in this area. It's filled in a little bit. We have a increase in pressure down below. That's why I'm looking at this gas, is to judge the increase, or the change in coloration over yesterday. I don't have another map to compare it to, so I'm just kind of going by memory. And I'm letting the class, you guys, do your assessment as well. You are partakers in this class, right? You have judgment too, so I'll let you use your own judgment here as well. Not here to tell you how to think or what to think. Just take a look for yourself. All right, Europe still bleeding out. Let's go on down to South America. Yeah, this is kind of solid purple again. How's our spot right here? Kind of the same. If there was black, like right in the middle, I would say there was an increase, but that area, you'd say there's a slight increase? Yeah, I heard that. All right, well, I agree. There's just a slight increase. It's not much, but watch out. We're gonna start to see translation of pressure here once this magnetic grip, I believe, is over. We're already seeing it in volcanoes. I think that translation in earthquakes is what I'm talking about. So let's get on over to the earthquake. Yeah, there's a surfer girl. All right. Would the solar wind affect the pressure? Yes, the solar wind, if it's really fast and dense, it causes the auroras. Good question, Esnor. It causes the auroras to brighten up. That's absorption, right? We absorb through auroras too. So a fast, high-density solar wind is similar to a CME. So yes, the solar wind would affect the pressure. Good question. I love good questions. I love bad questions. I love any question. You ever question your consciousness and where it came from? Wrap your head around that one for a minute. Okay, let's get into our earthquake report. And starting down here. Lord, give me strength. All right, please, Lord, open that up for us, would you? There we go. Everything in. All right, cool. 4.5, our usual deep pressure, deep magnitude at 325. That's not even deep. That's 1/3 of the, or halfway down. There's 4.9 at a depth of 10. You know what we do with 0.9s around here? Especially at this site. So we did have a semi-deep 4.5, reaction 5 at the surface. Come on, this is a little bit bigger here. A 5.2, and that's still down at 148. Mind you, that's not right at the surface. That's 5.2 energy, still a little ways down. So some, not deep quakes, but relatively, they're at that 1/3 or halfway barrier. Please, Lord, can we? All right. Bear with me while the computer freezes up for a second. We're going to just wait for something to react here. There we go. Moving on here. Lately, this area been getting skipped. This is the closest in this area we've seen a quake. So this area kind of waking up for a minute here now. 4.5 down at 210. Still not a surface quake. The only surface quake was, I think, this one right here. Coming into this little deep pit area, a 4.9 down at 116. So five energy there. 4.5 here down at 33. 4.5 down at 77. Still this little area quiet. I'm waiting for something to go off there again. All right. Nothing at the fulcrum point, but boy, there isn't like an opposite one going this way. See how this kind of bending around anywhere along this round part. See where it rounds off the most right there? That little pinnacle, a little fulcrum point right there is a 4.7 down at 10. Now this region up here on this little ridge, just off of Japan here, a 5.1. Wow, down at 52. Okay, so nothing at the weak spot over here, but on land, we had a 4.5 down at 61. That's not even at the surface. Right on the plate boundary, we got a 4.8 down at 10. Finally, a surface quake on a boundary. There we go. 4.7 on this ridge down at 69. Yeah, not many plate boundary shallow quakes. That's different. Let's get this one real quick. Please, Lord. So 4.2 energy seems to have kind of made it over the hump here, over this garden hose. We got 3 there on the inside plate. Mind you, this is the opposite side of the boundary. This is the inside of the plate. We had a little pressure quake right there. Most of it being relieved up here. It doesn't seem much as making it over because there's nothing through here. We did have up here at Washington a 3.5 down at 50 there. Coming into California here. Now, these are small quakes. I got it set on all magnitudes. These recent ones right here, 1.3, 1.5. So nothing big here in California. I just kind of put it on this to see our quake swarms. And yeah, still here at the geysers here, small quake swarm. But when pressure builds, watch for, an uptick there in the amount of quakes and an uptick in the magnitude. So everything is roughly 1.2s. There's a 2.4. So there's your baseline for increase in pressure starting anywhere. We're down towards the bottom of the floor there. Watch it come up here pretty soon. Well, actually not here real soon because we haven't taken on too much energy. I think we're going to see a release of energy in quakes here. More so than we have lately with the magnetic rip. I pray I'm wrong and that doesn't happen. And when it doesn't, I'll be thankful. But that potential's there. Here's a 4.0 down at 26. You see, this is like a fulcrum point too, pointing this way, right? So right on the not the very tip of it, but close to it, fulcrum point quake on the boundary. Nothing here at this one. And inland here from the boundary, we got a waste of time. 4.4 down at 88. All right, cool. Close this out. Let me pull back, see what else we missed. We got this side over here. Right here, just south of our fulcrum point, is a 4.7 down at 76. 3 up at this area. 4.4 at 133, 4.4 at 94, and a 4.6 down at 111 in Afghanistan here at this fulcrum point area. All right, usually 2 quakes, but we got third. Up here in Italy, finally some release up here, 4.0 down at 35. Activity, pressure in the region. Okay, sign of that. I believe that's it. Of significance that we need to report on. Let's see what happened here. Okay, let's go a little closer in because there's a bunch of them. 4.7. This is a surface quake, 6.8 kilometers. 4.7, a 4.4. All right, please. 3.9. You know what we do with 0.9s around here? So three magnitude fours there. Okay, or not. What's this one? 3.3 and a 3.7. So little flurry of earthquakes here in Texas. Magnitudes 3 and up to 4.7. You almost had a 5 there. So you cowboys over in Texas, hold on tight. She's a bucking. There's 2.7 there. All right. I think we're done now. A little bit of activity up here. Oh, just take a little peek around the park real quick. Oh, this is Idaho. My bad. 2.4. 2.5. Nothing. All right. Let's get on over and everybody pray. All right, Lord. Let me get this out of there. Maybe that'll help. Everybody pray for the volcano page tonight here. Please, Lord, can we get this one going? Why did it freeze up on the USGS page? All right, well, hey, while we're taking a look at the countryside, think of a good place where you would go hide. All right, or you guys got your plans down? Oh, look, now that I start saying that, up comes the volcano report. Oh, here, quick, before he starts talking about something else. Close this ad for me. Yeah, you guys got plans in case something hits the fan? Okay, oh, it's frozen up right here. Semeru, East Java. We were just talking about Semeru. All right, so it's located right here on the island. Give you a little idea where it's at. That's our purple island of Java with all the pressure underneath it. And I want to read about this real quick. Explosive activity continues. Darwin warned about a volcanic ash plume that rose up to 15,000. I think that's pretty high for this one now. 15,000 out of Semeru in East Java. Popocatépetl in central Mexico, 20,000 feet. Santa Guido, no stats, but it's usually 23 to 26. So probably in that neighborhood, especially when you got Nevada del Ruiz going up to 19,000. Sabancaya has big blasts as well. And that was the 17th. We haven't even gotten into today yet. We were tripping in the future, folks. Lord, thank you. Thank you for all the cooperation with all the pages tonight. We have had just a beautiful show so far, Lord. And we're so thankful that this page is just about to open and we can do the volcanoes. All right, here we go. Okay, Santa Guido, Fuego, Popo, Semeru, Ibu, Ducono, same old culprits. Ebico, the explosive eruption of the volcano continues at moderate levels. Okay, 19,700 feet is moderate. And we could, all right, I guess while we're frozen up here, we'll just read the rest. Sakurajima erupted to flight level 8,000 feet. Ibu, 7,000 feet. Here's Semeru, East Java. Where'd it go? 14,000 feet. And used to be a beautiful place to go visit, and probably still is. You just have to be careful of the volcano in the background going on. All right, please, Lord, we're fighting through the ads, folks. All right. Marapi, eruption reported. Where's the flight level? Not on that one. That's on Sumatra, just across from Java. Okay. Marapi. Dukono, 9,000 feet. Popo again on here. Santa Guido. So here's Santa Guido with a blast of 15,000. Fuego with 1 to 14,000. Nevada del Ruiz, 20,000. Sabancaya was so high it was unable to detect. No, it just says it was able to detect. Okay, again with this list. When this pressure builds, we're going to see these jumping over. All right. Possible jumping over to here. Currently going off. Bizamani, Dukono, Ebico, Erebus, Erta Ale, Etna, and Cotopaxi could possibly jump over here when we see an increase of pressure here, okay? Right now, it seems the volcanoes that have been selected that are going off right now were doing their job, right? Now, when we see another bulge of energy come up from the release of this magnetic grip, if that's the case, we'll probably see some of these hopping over here. So, currently, though, Erta Ale, all right, in Ethiopia, don't forget about that one going off. Watch out for Etna and Cotopaxi jumping over there, as well as up here, the stuff in anything in the Aleutian Islands, okay? Kilauea has all the earthquake activity and no volcano activity. So watch out for earthquake activity that would increase in the area instead of that volcano going off, because it's endured a lot of pressure and hasn't erupted. Instead, has been doing its pressure release in the form of earthquake swarms. Okay. Manam, that one has a tendency to jump over here sometimes. Also, we have Krakatau and the Sunda Strait. That's in between Sumatra and Java, okay? That's the one that went off and darkened the world back in the day, okay? When it was Krakatau. Now it's Krakatau. Luatolo, Marapi on Sumatra, Masaya, Nevada del Ruiz should be over here. We already saw a blast out of it, 20,000 feet twice. Should be over here, okay? Nishishinoshima, these ones, not too worried about. Merapi on Java, going off still. So we got 2, Merapi and Michael on the South Sandwich Islands, Niragongo, Popocatépetl, Reventador, Recon de Vieja. Watch it jump over here, okay? They got Recahenus here active. Updated hazard map, okay? So watch out when pressure builds. We'll have a new event there. Oh, man. My chat froze up on the questions way back there. All right, good. You guys are just chatting. All right, good. Back to business. Sabancaya, Sakurajima, Ubinus in Peru. Watch out for that one. Uluwan. I always say this one and it never happens, but someday we'll not be paying attention to it and it'll be the sleeper that catches everybody off guard like it did last time. Santa Guido, Semeru is the other one on Java. Semeru. Okay. Shivaluj up in the Kamchatka, Stromboli in Italy, going active. Duly noted, Stromboli. Open this up. We're going to read about this real quick. I just snuck in there. Go over, help support these guys. They do a great job. I wish I could. I have no way of doing it. If you could understand the circumstances that I'm in, you would understand. Where was I? Oh, okay. So 4 out of 5 currently erupting. I want to read this real quick. Stromboli volcano reported that eruptive activity continued at Stromboli during 2 through the 11th of February. Webcam images. Okay. Reported that eruptive activity continued at Stromboli during 29th through February 4th. Okay, so maybe it's not currently going on. January 6th, February 24. Why are they saying that it's active then? Or that it's erupting? I bet it had an eruption. They just don't have an image or something or a report on it yet. So, anyways, Stromboli, that's over in Italy, you guys. People in Italy, you need to heed Mike's warning. If you're not paying attention to who Mike from around the world is, please pay attention. Go over and listen to the man. He's trying to help you. Suno Sujima Villarica. We're done. Get out of this page and move on, shall we? Okay. If we could just get out of this page, please. All right, while we wait, we're still looking. Villarica, the volcanic ash advisory was updated January 23rd. Just kind of waiting for this page to X out. Wouldn't this be much more fun if we had a real professional setup? You guys would be in like one of those tiered rotunda classrooms. You know, the big screen behind me, I could be down lower. You're all in little tiers up above, watching down below. And we had a setup where when you clicked on something, it actually did it. So please, Lord, could we please get rid of this volcano reports and move on to the forecast? Because my patient audience, I mean, we can look at this for so long. Anywho, well, all this is freezing up. I got tons of reading to do tonight. So you guys that are waiting for readings, maybe we'll get a little head start on. Oh, they're like, no, don't do that, Brian. We're working now. Yeah, right, sure. Anyways, oh, we could talk about the teacher story for a minute. Oh, there was our thumbnail. There's your crazy sun. Real image. That is a real image of the sun on September 10th of 2017. Yes, the day the dragon showed up. All right, I'm not trying to do that right now, Lord. I'm trying to do the weather. Why did it X out my weather page? Okay. And we'll come back to that here later when we get to the spiritual report. I just got to finish up this weather, how it all relates. Then we can get on the spiritual report. Creepy? Yeah, that's signs in the sun. He said, you will see signs in the sun, the moon, the stars. That was one of the signs in the sun that was missed by everyone. They were all looking for the dragon. It was right before the Revelation 12 star alignment, and they all missed it as well. Anyway, let's get on with this. Current conditions right now, I'm not even going to play the loop. Lord, can we just play the loop? Okay, let's just march through this. Current conditions, we have the storm coming on shore here the nighttime of February 16th. As we go into the morning of the 17th here, you see it coming on shore, severe pocket of it right in there. You can kind of shifts north a little bit as it makes landfall. We also have a tip of This moisture going through there. Okay, here we are at the end of convection. 4 p.m. This is like sundown. Okay, this is the cloud tops are the highest. You understand convection. Good. Let's move on. Severe activity making landfall possibly here on the northern coast of California. You know, we're talking water spouts that could be making landfall, large hail, high winds, high surf, eroding the beach, all kinds of moisture in the valley, snow in the mountains. This is a strong, powerful storm. And if I could have the next frame, Lord. Wow. Not skip 3. I'll take that one right there. So back to 1. Here, the end of convection, going into the nighttime. Now it scatters out. There's still pockets of severe weather up there in California and Oregon. Ow. You see these patches coming off of the Gulf Coast headed towards Florida. This is the nighttime of the 17th. And then as we go, please, Lord. What, did this page not load up at all, or? Okay, I'm going to take a deep breath for a minute here and take a sip. You saw our flow from the other instrument, this flow going across this way. These pockets popping up like this are just going to start striking and going across Florida here. Why is it so impossible to just get one page to work? I don't understand what's running in the background. Let's jamming this up. Whew. The nighttime of the 18th. Finally. Severe weather at nighttime. We're talking, nighttime tornadoes and, hail and stuff possible in California, all right? I hope that's not the case. Hopefully there's not enough helicity or vortex rotation potential, but with severe weather like this, you can't tell. Also, this has already cleared Florida. And, wow. Okay. So that had cleared Florida. We had this incident going on here. I'm done with this weather map. We'll come back to this later. Now that it starts working. All right. Keep pushing my buttons, and I'll keep pushing yours. Convection, nighttime, blossoming, morning, still blossoming. Now, this is where I was trying to get to. The morning of the 19th, we're talking severe weather down here in Southern California, all along the coast, going up into the Central Valley up here. And I don't even know why I'm bothering to zoom, because that's going to... Just don't zoom. All right. So... convection, or the nighttime, the morning of the 19th. Then the noontime as it moves into the foothills, the high winds and stuff. Back here we had severe weather that I was trying to show you and zoom in on right here at the point, right where we've had all this activity. High winds, heavy surf, beach erosion, water, mudslides. I mean, we saw what, over 500 mudslides last time. Prepare to see more. Everything that goes along with that. Going into the noontime of the 19th. Mind you, that's the morning time of the 19th. So you people down here in Southern California will be waking up to severe weather on the 19th. As we go into the noontime, convection. Here's the low centered 995, 997 right there by the nighttime of the 19th. It starts to break up a little bit. Shunt north a little bit. You see that? By the morning of the 20th, you can go further north by noon. Convection of the 20th, nighttime, morning of the 21st. See this little rotation down here? Severe weather coming up into California, the morning of the 21st. There's noontime, convection, nighttime, morning of the 22nd, noon, convection, Convection here, nighttime. That's a 995 low, 991 by the morning of the 23rd. It moves offshore, dropping to 987 by the noon. There's your 983 bombing out bombogenesis right there as it's leaving the tip of Maine. So, whew, dodged a bullet there. There's the nighttime of the 23rd, morning, noon, convection, night, morning of the 25th, noon, convection coming in here in the Pacific Northwest, nighttime, the morning of the 26th, more severe weather hitting Southern California, this whole coastline, severe weather going up into the middle down here. Heavy snow in Northern California there by the noon of the 26th. This low is starting to bomb out a little bit. Really heavy snow along the foothills of Sierra there by the end of convection. That's the end of convection. There's severe weather on the backside, so you might see thunder snow along some of this area here possible. Okay, moving on to the nighttime of the 26th, morning of the 27th. You see severe pop-up right here, morning time. Okay, watch out, you guys here in Texas. Morning time pop-up possible on the 27th, going even further, deeper convection by noon. And then by convection, it's done. So an early morning process type event there around the 27th. And by the nighttime, we got rain moving in, snow back here. Morning of the 28th, noon, convection. Nighttime, morning of the 29th, noon, convection. See how this is whipping up right here? We got this severe weather, this QLCS, quasi-linear storm front right there. That's where it's going to be dangerous between convection here, sundown, and then it goes nocturnal. All right, and when it goes nocturnal like this, these could be some very powerful tornadoes, long track, long lasting. They could pop out in front of this line. That's what we worry about, are the pop-ups in front of this linear line right here. Okay, so we'll watch that as that we get closer to that. That's the 29th, going into the morning time of the March 1st, roaring in, March coming in like a lion. Boom. There's the noon. There's the end of convection, March 1st. Nighttime. Notice how it hangs around all day there. That's the morning of the 2nd, noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 3rd, noon, convection, and that was it. So let's go ahead and play that loop real quick. Oh, phew. Fight through all these instruments. I really wanted to do like spiritual report thing during the day with a nice, image or a nice view or something like that. But at this current juncture, I am so embroiled in the battle, I cannot. I barely have time to breathe. So I just focus on the show. All right, so there's that big low. Watch out for that thing spinning up. Okay, now what I wanted to do from here, close out some of these to jam up the computer. Okay, we got one down, one down, one down. We're getting there. Just waiting for the null school one to go away, because it eats up a lot. All right, and then we can get rid of the weather. See, that thing never loaded properly the first time. Okay, so coming back over here to some of these photos. This was the image of the sun on September 10th, 2017, the day my life radically changed. Then we had what they say the eclipse of the camera, right? Except the eclipse of the camera on this one was a little bit different. It didn't have a round, nice, smooth edge. It came from the left, covered the sun, and then uncovered the sun going up this way. And when it uncovered the sun, there was a frame about right here. It was all black from my line above, with about that much of the sun showing, and then the next frame was all the way like this, all right? And there were 3 frames. There was this one with all that covered up, just the very bottom. The rest was all black, right? But really wavy. Now, this frame does not exist, is what I'm trying to tell you. It's not in the satellite footage. I don't know how this popped up on my screen, but this is in between this frame, and it went up a little bit further, all right? And when my computer, this image right here popped up on my computer without me prompting it, and it locked up my computer and froze it. And I had the wherewithal of taking a picture of it with my phone. I thought, oh, since I can't really do it, or screen capture it or whatever, I'll just take a picture of it with my phone. You see the teardrops? If this was the occulting of the camera by the planet, you wouldn't be able to see these sunspots behind it. So that is a result of this event right here. It happened on September 10th, 2017. The day my life radically changed. This is the day Nibiru and Nemesis went by the sun. In fact, the X flare that pops off his smile over here is the X10 or whatever, that we're supposedly going into grand solar minimum. Everybody, yep, grand solar minimum. We'll be going, the sun's going to be going dormant and sleeping for 11 years. And then it spit out 3 giant X flares and proved everybody wrong. Oh, maybe it's not yet. Oh, it's a grand solar maximum now, all of a sudden. They don't even know what they're talking about. Because the sun is out of sequence, is what's thrown them all off. It's not, the sun is not exactly what they thought either. All right, so we got those images. Oh, that's what I want to do. Love Pugs 05. Are you there in the audience tonight, lurking there? Because I got something to show you. And if you just... God, I sensed you. Videos? Yes. Yeah, you chose bad. Well, God can take bad and make good out of it. That's the amazing thing about him. Now, where are we going? Oh, we're going to Strange Sky. And it's around here somewhere. I'm getting there. I should have just typed it in, but I wanted to kind of go. There it is right there. It is called Strange Sky. Yeah. All right. Here's another event, another face, another one of these entities. And I wanted to... No, not that entity. There we go. This little guy. Let's see if we can get right here. I think it's probably good. All right, I'm not going to play the video. I'm just going to kind of point it out myself here once we get full screen. Okay, right here is like a pug type face with an eye here and an eye here, his little button nose. He's a smashed face like a pug, and his bottom jaw coming up and his lip going down. So this round face right there There we go. Maybe it's a little. All right, we'll get the lines and then we'll do the brightness this way. All right, much like out of a painting or one of those Renaissance painting where they have these faces in the sky. You know those paintings I'm talking about? It reminds me of one of those. But a strange little entity. He's part human. He's got human eyes, but he's got like a little dog button nose, like a smash face type pug, like half pug, half human. And he's looking down this way, and he's sad. You see a little, he's like sad or pouting or something. But I've seen this face a lot during this process. It's been a reoccurring face. And this is where I've captured it the best. The other images just don't do it justice. Here's where I've captured it the best. You get to see all the qualities of this little face. And what I want to try to do here is let me mute the video and then just play it where we zoom in a little bit and I point out in the video. Okay, that's... Oh, there's a good capture. There's the eye, the other eye, his button nose. He's looking down that way. There's a lot going on in that picture. I'm not going to talk about some of the other stuff, but just I'm pointing it out there. Let's see if you guys can see what else is going on in there. Do you see this hand right here and an arm? There's another arm going up there. He's presenting something in his hands, and this guy is looking at it and kind of seeing what these giant arms are presenting in these hands. But interesting little guy. Kind of reminds me of like a pug, half human. And like reminds me of one of those Renaissance paintings where they got the faces in the sky type effect. So there's that guy. It's something different that you guys haven't seen, or maybe some of you haven't seen in a while. What else was I going to show here? Oh. What was it? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. Thank you, Lord, for reminding me. I went to the wrong one. No. I want to go to albums right there. There it is. Okay, so these are the frames that I took that day. All right, and I actually took a couple of them and rotated them. Some of the better ones, I rotated them so you don't have to tilt your head to see it. So I think probably that's the best one right there. And we'll pop that one open and do some reading. All right. Happened on Easter of 2020. 2,000-year-old prophecy came true. All right. If you can't see it, well, everybody here can see it. Yeah. Okay. Just in case there was a newcomer who hasn't seen that yet, but I think they have, so. All right. Let me get my light adjusted, take a sip, and then you guys kick back, relax. We got lots of reading to do tonight. Yay! I heard somebody. All right. I need better light than this. What are we going to do here? You guys forgive me for a second here. I got to... I have very sensitive eyes, and Sometimes stuff is too bright and not bright enough. It has to be just right for my eyes, kind of. So good. Everybody's here. All right, here we go. Grab your drinks, kick back, relax, and remember that you live in a fallen world, an abnormal world tainted by sin. Much frustration and failure result from your seeking perfection in this life. There is nothing perfect in this world except me. That is why closeness to me satisfies deep yearnings and fills you with joy. Doesn't it? Doesn't hanging with me satisfy those deep yearnings? Doesn't hanging with me right now kind of fill you with joy? Especially with all the abnormal stuff that's going on in this fallen world, right? Okay, moving on. I have planted longing for perfection in every human heart. This is a good desire, which I alone can fulfill. But most people seek this fulfillment in other people and earthly pleasures or their achievements. Thus they create idols before which they bow down. I will have no other gods before me. Make me the deepest desire of your heart. Let me fulfill your yearning for perfection. So seek my face, and you will find fulfillment of your deepest longings. Seek my face, you'll find fulfillment of your deepest longings. My world is filled with beautiful things. They are meant to be pointers to me, reminders of my abiding presence. The earth still declares my glory to those who have eyes that see and ears that hear. You had a darkened mind before you sought me wholeheartedly. I chose to pour my light into you so that you can be a beacon to others. There is no room for pride in this position. Your part is to reflect my glory. I am the Lord. Wow. Okay, is that the outro? Yeah, here we go. More. I am all around you like a cocoon of light. My presence with you is a promise, independent of your awareness of me. Well, obviously a promise. I'm talking to you right now, aren't I? Okay. I am all around you like a cocoon of light. My presence with you is a promise, independent of your awareness of me. Well, now you're aware. Many things can block this awareness, but the major culprit is worrying. My children tend to accept worry as an inescapable fact of life. However, worry is a form of unbelief. Did you hear me? Worry is a form of unbelief. Who is in charge of your life? If it is you, then you have good reason to worry. But if it is I, then worry is both unnecessary and counterproductive. When you start to feel anxious about something, relinquish that situation to me. Back off a bit, redirecting your focus to me. I will either take care of the problem myself or show you how to handle it. In this world, you will have problems, but you need not lose sight of me, okay? I want you to be all mine, filled with the light of my presence. I gave everything for you. I gave everything for you by living as a man, then dying for your sins and living again. Dying for your sins and living again. Hold back nothing from me. Bring your most secret thoughts into the light of my love. Anything you bring me, I can transform and cleanse from darkness. I know everything about you, far more than you know of yourself. But I restrain my yearning to fix you, waiting instead for you to come to me for help. I don't go around fixing you. You come to me for help. Imagine the divine restraint this requires, for I have all the power in heaven and on earth. So seek my faith with a teachable spirit. Come into my presence with thanksgiving, desire to be transformed. Desire to be transformed. Ah, there you go. You're transformed. What else have I got for you guys here? Oh, mother. No. Okay, hang on. Okay. So, seek to become increasingly receptive and responsive to me. I am always actively involved in your life. Instead of trying to force me to do what you want when you want it, relax and look for what I am already doing. I repeat, relax and look for what I am already doing. Live in a receptive mode, waiting for me, trusting in my timing. I am good to those who wait hopefully and expectantly for me. Ask me to open your eyes to see all that I have for you. Such awareness helps you live responsively, ready to do my will. My followers often fail to see the many blessings I shower on them. They fail to see the blessings I shower on them. Oh, I gotta start over again. Such awareness. Okay, my followers often fail to see the many blessings I shower on them. They are so busy looking for other things that they miss what is before them or is on the way. They forget I am sovereign. I am a sovereign God, and the timing of events is my prerogative. I want you to trust me enough to let me lead. When a couple is dancing, one of them leads and the other follows. Otherwise, there's confusion and awkwardness. So dance with me. Follow my lead as I guide you gracefully through this life. Stillness is increasingly hard to come by in this restless, agitated world. When you fight to carve out time for me, I notice it's blessings. It blesses you when you do that because I see you fighting. These distractions come at you from all sides when you try to sit quietly with me. But our intimate connection is worth fighting for. So don't give up. Set aside uninterrupted time to spend with me. Focus on a favorite scripture and breathe deeply to help yourself unwind. Remember that I am Emmanuel, God with you. Relax in my perfect presence, letting your concerns slip away. Be still, my loved one, and know that I am God. The longer you gaze at me, the more you can rejoice in my majestic splendors and trust in my sovereign control. Though the earth giveth way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, I am your refuge. There is transcendent stability in my presence. As you ponder the vastness of my power and glory, your perspective will change and your problems will look smaller. In this world, you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome this world. Got more. I want the backside of that. Yeah. I guide you in the way of wisdom and lead you along a straight path. Wisdom can be defined as the ability to make good decisions based on knowledge and experience. So it is important to learn what is true and apply that knowledge to your life, especially your decisions. Since I am the way, the truth, and the life, I'm the best guide imaginable. I am also the Word who was with God and is God. The way of wisdom found in the written word guides you effectively. So study my word and stay near me as you journey through this world. Look for and follow the straight paths I have for you. I don't promise that these paths will be easy, but if you walk close to me, your journey will be much less cretaceous. When you look ahead, you perceive confusing bends and turns. Yet when you look back at the ground you've already covered, you can see that I have been with you each step of the way, shielding you from dangers, removing obstacles, and straightening out your path. When you look back and you see everything behind you that's gotten you to this point, it's pretty smooth. You thought it was all bumpy. When you look back in hindsight, everything went smooth. You're here now. Didn't it? So don't worry about evil people who prosper. Don't fret about their wicked schemes. In this day of instant communication, you have access to so much information and news that it's easy to feel overwhelmed. I know you guys are feeling overwhelmed. I can feel it. Okay? Not only do you hear about evil people and their wicked schemes, you also see the graphic details. This visual imagery has a powerful impact on your brain chemistry. A steady diet of such carnage can make you anxious and fearful. I want you to pray about the world events and pursue peace as you are able. However, it's crucial to recognize what you can change and what you cannot. Fretting about things that are beyond your control will drain your energy and discourage you. Instead of this hurtful focus, endeavor to fix your thoughts on me. I am with you and for you. Delight yourself in me. Remember that I am God. I have justice and I know everything. Eventually, I will right all wrongs. So be still in my presence, trusting in me with a steadfast heart while waiting for me to act. Ooh. Yay. Think that was it? Yeah. That was it for the reading tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. You understand what I'm saying here, right? You're picking up when I'm laying down, right? Good. Because it's supposed to sink in, soak into your inner being until you find peace. Trust me, this is a real image. I didn't fake this. This is a real event. It's so important that you guys understand this is a real event. The moment that you do, and the moment that you believe me, something magical happens. You realize you're that close. You are listening to him right now. As a man walking this earth, like I said I was going to do. That's why I keep saying, I'll be back. That's why I keep saying, I'm already back. Can't you tell? And we're getting close. You guys are blessed here at this channel. Do you see the blessing? Do you understand your blessing that you have here, not everybody around the world knows yet, has access to this information. That's why it's so vital to share this, you guys. You're sharing the word of God. You're fighting for the good guys. You're going to have victory. In these closing stages of the marathon, imagine you're the runner in the marathon, okay? Maybe you're second and you're striving for first place, right? And you can see first place is up ahead of you. You got room to go catch him and pass him and take this and win this marathon. At the closing 20 yards, are you going to give it some kick? Are you going to sprint and pass that guy and take the victory? Or are you going to stop running, start whining, and tell somebody, please just carry me across it? I mean, it's only another 10 yards. You've managed to do 99% of it, and you want somebody to carry you the last 1%. Do not give up. Finish strong. No complaining. Oh, there's 10 more yards to go. Can somebody please just pick me up and carry me now? No. That would rob you of your victory, wouldn't it? Think about that. I love you all. I miss you all. God bless you all. And until my next show, I'll be back. I'm already back. Man, can't you tell? Finish strong.